Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It's an unusually warm September day, so hopefully this particular item will assist with that. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today, folks? What happens to be my Clutch shirt, which I've worn in any number of reviews. In fact, this will be the 4th review I've worn it in today. But what is Clutch, I hear you ask? Clutch is a sort of Southern-style rock band-ish thing that's been around since the 90s. They're out of Maryland. I got into them personally sometime, I believe it was like right after high school. I remember back when it was still a thing that made sense to have. You know, you had Comcast On Demand, and, you know, you had like all these music channels, you know, in your On Demand section with all these music videos. And I used to just peruse through those, like for hours, just trying to find new artists. And I found some really good ones, and one of them was Clutch. Specifically, the song Burning Beard was the one that I found. I really like Clutch. I've been fortunate enough to see them perform a couple times now live. And I actually have some videos of one of said performances. It's on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check it out. If nothing else, folks, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction, because I think Clutch is a really good band. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, it's a little bit warm today. Not crazy warm, but warmer than I want it to be in September. And I had to go to Wendy's for something. And while I was there, I took this opportunity because, folks, it's back and it only cost me $1. It's it's the Vanilla Frosty, the OG. I think the chocolate was the OG. But it's back, the vanilla's back. So if you're unaware, so Wendy's has gone over there, they made a thing of it. In the past, like maybe a couple years, I'd say was really when it started kicking off, where they would go over there and they would have seasonal Frosties, you know? And I've reviewed some of those, like the mixed berry, the pumpkin spice, what have you. And whenever they do that, what they do is they just nix the vanilla. In fact, I've heard they basically just add it to the vanilla mix to get whatever new flavor. I don't know if that's true or not, but the vanilla becomes unavailable. They're only ever going to have chocolate and whatever other flavor. But the vanilla's back. And because it's back, for a small, it only cost $1. And I was like, boom, let's do it. Let's get some vanilla. And I actually really like a vanilla Frosty. From what I remember, it's been a while since it's been here. So let's get a thing for the thing. Oh, it's been a little bit of a day, folks. I'm very tired. Just been trucking along and doing reviews and all kinds of stuff. So let's get a thing for the thing here. It looks like that. And we'll kind of do it like this. Ha 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 ha. Vanilla Frosty. I like that a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I really like the seasonal Frosties they've been doing. And some of them I've been a big fan of. I really like the peppermint one that they did. Some of the other ones, a little bit hit or miss. You know, again, go watch my reviews if you're interested in my full take. But here's the thing. I hate that they get rid of the vanilla. Because I really like the vanilla. In fact, typically, if it's between the chocolate Frosty and the vanilla Frosty, for me, I go with vanilla. And mind you, that's not even a thing of like, oh, I like vanilla more than chocolate. I like chocolate just fine. But I do really like their vanilla. I like the fact that, you know, it's nice, it's very easy to eat, very smooth and creamy. And I like the vanilla flavor to it, you know? It actually, like, one of the things I think I like more about it than some of the other seasonal ones is whereas the seasonal ones are trying to build on top of that flavor, you know, you can tell their foundation, like what really goes deep, isn't that much. It's pretty light. Whereas with the vanilla, I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like the vanilla is vanilla to the core. And I like that. I feel like it actually has some depth to the vanilla flavor. It tastes nice and vanilla-y. It's got that almost slightly sort of spiced aspect, just like sort of at the end, where it goes from being just straight creamy and vanilla, then you just get a tiny little edge at the end. Just the tiniest bit, but it's nice. It creates a little contrast. And it's really nice. I really like just a straightforward vanilla Frosty. I think it's really tasty. I like the vanilla flavor I like the vanilla flavor as it comes. And, it's simple and it's beautiful in its simplicity. I think that's the best way I can put it. It's not going to go over there and become a big internet trend. The TikTok kids aren't going to care about it. But me, big fat guy in his late 30s, call me old-fashioned, I like vanilla Frosty. And I really like this. I genuinely do. I just think it's really tasty. And I think it's just a more rewarding experience than, again, a lot of the seasonal flavors. I'm not saying get rid of the seasonal flavors, but two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. And I'm actually going to add in a suggestion. 2 Wendy's. And I understand the logistics of it. It would be a whole thing. Keep the vanilla and the chocolate available, and then have a third one available for whatever seasonal one you got. I do not think that we need to nix the vanilla when it's so damn good. And maybe I'm crazy in that. I've never heard anybody go over there and be like, oh, the vanilla, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'm a little bit nuts, but I like a vanilla Frosty. And I like that I like it when I can get it, more than 1 month out of the fucking year. I really like a vanilla Frosty. I think it hits nicely for me. Again, and I just, it's simple. It's simple, it's honest, and it's just tasty. There's nothing to dislike about it. And yeah, it doesn't have a lot of pizzazz, but it doesn't need it because it's just a nice vanilla frozen treat. If I'm recommending it, though, I absolutely am. I'm not going to say it's the best vanilla, ice cream or treat or whatever you want to consider it, but I do think it gets overlooked. And I know some people like to go over there and dip their fries in a chocolate Frosty. I've never personally tried that. Maybe one day I'll do it for a review. Maybe. Maybe try it with the vanilla. I don't know how well it would work. But, I do think it's one of those things. I think that the vanilla, it deserves a little bit more respect. I think that we as a nation, here in America, I don't know about the rest of the world. I'm not, I think we need to fight a little bit for the vanilla. I think that the vanilla needs to be a thing. And I think that maybe, while it's available and $1, go out and get yourself one. Just reinvigorate that love of vanilla inside yourself. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over yourselves a truly vanilla Frosty-tastic rest of your life. Because while the seasons may change and the seasonal flavors may come and go, vanilla will always come back around. And that's called prolific, folks. That's what that is. Just, where's my Nobel Prize or laureate or what the fuck ever. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what is your opinion on the Vanilla Frosty? Do you think I'm upselling it too much, or are you with me on Team Vanilla Frosty? And again, just because I'm Team Vanilla Frosty doesn't mean I'm not Team Chocolate Frosty. I can like multiple teams, okay? And you can read into that whatever way you want. But I can go over there, look, I I'm not much of a sports guy, but I like the Bulls, right? The Bulls are a good team sometimes. They have a great legacy. Those Bulls teams would have beat those Warriors teams. I'm tossing that shit out there. Oh, different eras, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, different eras. Ain't not a chance. They'd have sent them home crying. Draymond Green trying to be some sort of fucking hard ass with fucking guys like Pippen and Rodman. He'd have gone over there fucking crying home. Just, I don't want to be a basketball player no more. Good on you for the most famous thing you do and going over there and punching one of your teammates because you got a good contract. You dick! But anyway, what's your opinion on the vanilla Frosty? Hell, what's your opinion on basketball? Do you think the Warriors could have beat the Bulls back in the day? Part of it depends on, the play type and the rules and stuff like that. If they were playing by the old school rules, not a chance in hell. They'd have gotten run straight into the ground. But anyway, bye.